My boarding school was built on a burial ground. Part 1. What I'm about to tell you is not fiction. This is my own experience. Back in 2017, after I graduated from primary school and wrote my common entrance examination, my father, who was a teacher, was transferred from Agbare in Bayelsa State to Bayelsa State Sports Academy in Asawama, Kolakuma/Opakuma local government area. At first, I didn't think much about the school, until I learned something that made my heart sink. People said the school had been built on an old burial ground. Long before the classrooms, hostels, and football field were there, that land had been used to bury the dead. Although burials had stopped years before the school was built, a mortuary still stood just outside the school. I didn't know it then, but that place would become one of the most unforgettable chapters of my life. When we first arrived, my father stayed in the staff quarters beside the principal's house. He was appointed the senior tutor, and because I was shy and unfamiliar with the environment, I barely spoke to anyone. My father's original plan was to enroll me in a secondary school inside the nearby community. Then everything changed. The deputy director, Mrs. Anna, asked him a simple question. "You teach here. Why send your son to another school when he can stay where you'll always be able to look after him?" My father agreed. That single decision changed my life. I officially became a boarding student at Bayelsa State Sports Academy. The first few weeks felt normal. I had never done sports before, so I tried everything, football, athletics, and other activities, until I finally found where I belonged, karate and table tennis. I thought my biggest challenge would be adapting to boarding school. I was wrong, very wrong. As time passed, whispers spread through the hostels. Students talked about strange experiences. Some claimed they had seen things they couldn't explain. Others said certain students behaved strangely at night. Most people laughed about it during the day. But when darkness fell, almost nobody wanted to be alone. Then one night, something happened that none of us forgot. My friend Xavier slept on the top bunk. His bunkmate, Best, slept below him. Across from them was another student named Frank, who happened to be awake late that night. According to Xavier, someone called his name. "Xavier, come, let's go outside." Still half asleep, he assumed it was Best asking him to follow. He answered, "Go ahead, let me get my torch, I'm coming." But Frank, who was watching from across the room, suddenly jumped up. His voice echoed through the entire hostel. "Xavier, don't go! You're following the wrong person." Everyone woke up. Our hostel wasn't divided into rooms. We all slept together in one large hall. A senior student grabbed his flashlight and switched it on. For a brief second, everything became silent. Then, bang! The hostel door slammed shut with terrifying force. No one had touched it. The entire hall froze. Nobody slept peacefully for the rest of that night. And that wasn't even the strangest thing that happened. Another time, several girls claimed they were chased around their hostel by what they described as a goat with glowing red eyes. The frightening part? Nobody in the school kept goats. Coincidence? Fear playing tricks on people? Or something else? I'll let you decide. This was only the beginning. The stories that came after were even harder to explain. If you want part 2, follow, like, comment, and share. Because the next story is the one that truly changed how I looked at that school forever.